Hey, what's up guys, Bryce here and welcome back to another video. This is going to be round 6 of the North American Racing League, and this time we're at Charlotte Roval. This is a 50-minute race. We are driving the Ferrari once again, and if you haven't seen the last race highlights, be sure to check that out. But this time we're at Charlotte Roval with a penalty from the incident that occurred last race. You can check that out below, but pretty much ran into the back of another driver. And then this race we're starting all the way from the pit lane, but it was a little bit weird, and you can see us there in the top left corner, just past us there. We had to wait for all of the other drivers to fully get around the first few corners, and I was also stuck in the pits all the way at the back. You can see we finally get going, but at this point, by the time I got out of the pits, I was 20 seconds behind the whole pack, so it wasn't the easiest of races to do, but still, nevertheless, you have to be like an AI driver and just keep on going, which is what we did. And again, 20 seconds behind the whole pack, so it was a bit tricky just to kind of get into that flow state that's really needed. You can see we're struggling with a lot of oversteer and understeer with cold tires. You can see the pack is really far ahead from us, and you'll see what happens in this race. And we're just about to complete lap 1. The front of the field is almost going to complete lap 1, and we're just coming across turn 10 right now, and we're able to get a few positions, and you'll see what happens once we catch up to a few of the cars in the back. This is lap 4, and we're coming up on Mitchell Green, who we were able to get by pretty early in the race. And there we go, we move ourselves up into 29th, so a lot of cars on this grid, and he was pretty quick as well. He's also a pro driver, so he was pretty much sticking with us throughout this whole stint here. Now in front of us we have Elliott White for 27th place, I believe. This is about a few laps after. And turn 10 is really a great spot for overtaking, which is where we're going to make the move now. We're just going to make a move down the inside and get left plenty of room, which is good. And then we just make that move stick, and we have a few other drivers in front of us to catch as well. Now we're coming up on Justin Sang in the Ferrari. Same thing here, we're just going to move on the inside, and we were able to get past him pretty easily. Also, with me being a pro driver, it does help me out a little bit because they're not going to put up too much of a battle. And then now we are coming up on Mike Galbraith, and we're going to try to make another move down the inside going into turn 10, and you'll see what happens here. Another mistake was made, just a little bit of contact turned into a lot of time lost in this race, but you can see we're making a move on the inside, and his car starts to oversteer just a little bit, and it starts to spin around, and then we just have a little tap from the back, and then pretty much we're glued to him from here, and then we end up in the wall. So it definitely wasn't helpful for this to happen. I didn't get too much damage, which is good, but after we got back on the track, we were pretty much racing once more. Towards the end of the race, we're making a move on Mario Blende going down to turn 1. A little bit of a kind of a threat there, but I didn't have the confidence that I did before, which wasn't helping us here. And we make a little mistake, a big mistake actually, that put us in the wall, and this pretty much seals the deal for this race. So yeah, this really isn't a good result at all. So, you know, already at the back of the field from last week, and then this pretty much sealed the deal for this race. Like I said, just a little bit too much grass on the left, really similar to the incident at Watkins Glen last season, which was the second race of the season. Very, very similar incident, and this put us into the wall, and we had a lot of damage, and I couldn't complete the race. For some reason, I didn't have the option to have a fast repair, which is normally available. So unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. Just too many mistakes in the race, and that set us down to finish 24th, I think. Not completely last, because a lot of drivers also didn't finish the race, but that is pretty much it for Charlotte Roval. Definitely one to forget. But we're moving on to VRR next week, which is really good, so we can actually qualify. So we'll see what happens the next week, but you can see we go into the pits here, and Again, that seals the deal for this race. The repair time was about 20 minutes, and there was 10 minutes in the race. So regardless, I wasn't going to be able to finish this race. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.